At the beginning of the film, we are told that humans made many mistakes in their lives, and these mistakes brought countless troubles upon them. As a result, storms rose in the ocean, and most of the world sank beneath the water. Only a small stretch of land remained, and to protect it, an outpost was created that was known as Sentinel. It was located in the middle of the ocean. The year was 2063, and the map of Earth had completely changed. Soldiers were guarding this outpost. But their duty lasted only 2 years. Even after those 2 years passed, no one had come to take them back. After this, we see that on a stormy night, they were catching fish. Suddenly, their captain sees a massive wave moving towards Sentinel. He tells his team that everyone should leave the area immediately, but the people who were catching fish returned to the water. His teammate, whose name was Vanis, decides to fix a pipe that had begun allowing water to enter the outpost. He repairs the pipe before the water can fill the post. The outpost was designed in a way that could withstand even extremely high waves, but because of that giant wave, they were not able to catch any fish. They had only one chance every month to catch fish. Vanis, who was quite upset with Salvion, asks him why he did not catch any fish the previous night. He says that it is Salvion's duty to provide them with good food. In response, Salvion says that it is his responsibility to repair everything in Sentinel, and he is fulfilling his duty completely. The captain intervenes at this moment. He tells all of them to stay quiet. The truth was that they wanted to go home, and they had become exhausted while living in this isolated place. None of them liked that place, but the team that was supposed to bring them back from Earth had still not arrived. Salvion recorded everything there on a daily basis. He had started this task right after he arrived, and he used to send the recordings to his base. When the captain was walking on the deck of Sentinel, he saw a sign that Salvion had mentioned earlier. That sign was meant to guide anyone who came to the outpost for help, but the captain was not pleased with it. He told Salvion to remove the cloth covering the sign. Then Salvion spotted a ship approaching with the help of binoculars. He became very happy because he thought that this might be the ship sent to rescue their team. But the captain was not happy to see it. He suspected that this might be a strategy from their enemies. Therefore, he told Vanis to activate the bomb. Meanwhile, their teammate Cassidy was given the task of monitoring the radar for any information. She had to find out whether the ship was friendly or hostile. Vanis prepared to ignite the weapon, but the captain stopped him. He told Salvion that he would have to take a small boat and move toward the large ship. He had to find out what those people wanted. Although Salvion was frightened and not ready to go, he obeyed the captain's order and prepared for the mission. When he boarded the small boat and headed toward the ship, the captain kept trying to contact him again and again. But Salvion had turned off his communication system. He thought that if someone was on the ship, they might hear him and capture him. As soon as the captain reached the control room, he assumed that Salvion had been harmed by the enemies. Because of this, he told Cassidy to activate the bomb, which required 2 keys to operate. Although Cassidy was frightened, she followed the captain's final command. When Salvion was investigating the ship, he discovered that no one was alive on the ship, and no one had lost their life there. He became deeply disappointed there. He had believed that his team was coming to save him. He realized that he might never return home. He became lost in his thoughts. For a brief moment, he forgot that he was supposed to inform the captain that the ship was empty. Then the thought struck him, and he used his radio to inform the captain that there was no one on the ship. The captain immediately ordered the bomb to be deactivated and took both keys into his possession. The captain told Cassidy that she could not make decisions quickly, and because of this, both keys could not be given to her. Then Salvion brought the ship back to their outpost. After this, Vanis also investigated the ship. They found that the ship had not been functioning for several months. This ship had been sent specifically for their group, but they could not understand what had happened to the people who were supposed to be on board, and they could not understand who had sent the ship to their location. This time, Vanis said that he could repair the ship, but the captain did not like this idea very much. The captain said that he did not want to take any kind of action. The people did not like this attitude of the captain. They all became disappointed because they desperately wanted to return home, and they had been trying their best for it. When Salvion noticed that the captain had taken both keys, his anger rose sharply. Now, the captain had complete control over the outpost. The captain had already found the origin of the ship and its complete location, but at that moment, Salvion bypassed the captain's authority and secretly sent information about the ship to his base without informing the captain. He told Cassidy that he had sent the complete information to the base. Then Vanis overhears everything that Salvion and Cassidy are discussing, and he learns about the entire situation. He immediately informs the captain about everything and also tells him how Salvian sent these details to the base the previous night. Now this information becomes known to the captain and everyone else. They had believed that they had lost all contact with their base. They could only receive the messages that they themselves had sent earlier. After learning this, they all become even more disappointed, and now no hope remains for them to return home. They think that now they will not be able to return to their home. That same night, Vanis quietly entered the ship to investigate its engine and find out whether it could be repaired so that they could return to their home. Salvian noticed Vanis and questioned him about the ship, but Vanis denied that he had done any investigation of the ship's engine. At this point, Vanis admits that he investigated the engine so that it could be repaired, and so that their path home could finally open. He insisted that the captain would never allow them to leave. Then Salvian shared this information with Cassidy, who was pleased with the idea. Both of them felt that they could not improve their current situation any further. They understood that the captain would never approve their plan. They decided that they would repair the ship without informing the captain. But the captain eventually learns what they are planning to do. The captain senses that something is brewing among them. He insists that he will not allow the ship to be repaired and that he will open its doors and bring it to the outpost instead. Hearing all this, Salvian becomes angry. He says that they have fulfilled many duties and they cannot endure anything more. He says that they need to return to their home, but the captain insists that they cannot leave. In the meantime, the captain draws his gun and tells them that under no circumstances will they be allowed to leave and that they will have to remain at the outpost. Cassidy, who had supported the captain until now, steps toward him and begins speaking on behalf of Salvian and Vanis. She earnestly requests the captain to reconsider his decision. She reminds him how many people had suffered because of his ego. She pleads with him not to repeat those mistakes and to let these people leave. Hearing Cassidy's words, the captain agrees and says that 2 of them may leave while 2 will remain at the outpost. Vanis is happy with the captain's decision, but Salvian becomes upset because he wanted Cassidy to go with them. He tells Cassidy to ask the captain if she can join them, but she refuses. She says that she is content where she is. When Vanis and Salvian are doing their final preparations, the captain gives them a letter that they must deliver to the base. Suddenly, the danger bells begin ringing across the area, signaling urgency and potential danger. The captain calls Salvian and Vanis to the rooftop. He tells them to activate the bomb quickly as an enemy ship approaches. But Salvian realizes that the ship has actually come to take them away, and he refuses to follow the captain's order. Angered by this, the captain pulls out a gun and destroys the ship. The hopes of Salvian and Vanis collapse immediately. At that moment, Cassidy arrives and strikes the captain on the head with an object, knocking him unconscious. After this, the 3 of them tie the captain inside a room. Salvian asks Cassidy why she had not supported him earlier. She explains that if she had openly supported their departure, the captain would never have allowed them to leave. Vanis suggests ending the captain's life, but Salvian refuses to allow such an action. Salvian goes to the captain and asks why he suddenly changed his mind when he had already agreed that 2 would stay and 2 would return. The captain then tells him that a ship did come 3 months earlier to take them back, but someone had changed the radar route, which caused the misunderstanding. And that was why the captain had acted the way he did. He says that he had suspected that someone had betrayed them. He explains that the traitor wanted to take control of the outpost alone and intended to use the bomb to destroy Earth. Salvian is shocked to hear this. He asks why the captain did not tell him this earlier when he already had his suspicions. After this, Salvian decides to lock the captain again. He does not believe the captain's explanation. Salvian spends the entire day trying to request help from the base, but all his efforts fail. On the other side, Cassidy shares a photograph from her childhood with Salvian. She shares a sad story about how her family was taken away by enemies while they were all on a ship. Salvian becomes emotional after hearing Cassidy's story. While Cassidy is doing her night duty, Vanis begins making inappropriate advances toward her. But Cassidy protects herself and stays close to Salvian. Later, they realize that Vanis approached Cassidy only to obtain the keys required to activate the bomb. Salvian sends a message to the base using the radio. In the message, he lies that their mission has been completed. Understanding the urgency of the situation, Salvian and Cassidy decide that they will escape from the outpost. After this, they make a new plan to repair the ship. Salvian and Cassidy begin executing their plan, but Vanis tries to disrupt them. A fight breaks out between them, and in that fight, Cassidy ends Vanis. Cassidy and Salvian repair the ship once again, and in the end, both of them manage to escape from the outpost. Finally, we see that Salvion and Cassidy safely land back on Earth.